All right. So with Halloween Horror Nights going on, I was curious about what the Wyatt Six were, because that's one of the haunted houses. And I gotta say, it's a really cool, fascinating universe. And it's really made me go, you know what? I don't think I'd get back into wrestling, but there's a lot of cool lore behind the Wyatt Six, as well as the kind of quote unquote founder after he passed, Bray Wyatt, aka the Fiend. So it kind of made me want to dust off an old story idea of a wrestling AU involving Disney characters, and we're going to do that here with a Gravity Falls Wrestling AU. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the story is that Stan is he's like our Vince McMahon. He is in charge of this wrestling federation, and he was a former wrestler himself. And basically, he's just kind of running the show, and he does have a Dipper and Mabel in the rings too. But the thing is, he doesn't treat them like with special stuff or anything like that. He's like, you two are going to earn like how I earned respect in the ring. You know, it's even going to be harder because everyone's going to think I'm giving you like easy matches or things like that, or good story or like stories. And they're a tag team group. Like Dipper and Mabel are like a tag team group called the Mystery Twins, and they're not doing great. Like the fans aren't really reacting to them very well. Like the storylines in their tag team line are just kind of meh. And on top of it all, no one really like their babyface, which in wrestling terms means they're the good guys. No one's really responding to them very well. Like no one's really giving them kind of a fair shake. So Dipper and Mabel come to Stan, and they're like, "Hey, so listen, this isn't working out. Like this, like we want, the tag team thing isn't working out, and." Can you help us? Like, is there anything we can do to kind of improve ourselves and, not go to like another wrestling group because we're kind of feeling kind of low? And Stan's like, well, all right, I'll give you some advice. Everyone loves a gimmick. And yeah, you got the Mystery Twins gimmick and all that, and it's cool and all that, but like you guys need a real gimmick to get people talking about you. You need a total rebrand of yourselves. And I think I got a way to do it. And they're like, and Dipper and Mabel are like, what do we do? Like, what's our kind of thought? Like, what's the thought process? And Stan like leans back in his chair and he goes, well, we're kind of running low on heels here, and I think there should be a new storyline. I've been kicking around a storyline in my head, and I think you two could, and some other people I got in mind, could really fill that void. So they're like, what? We'll do anything. Like, what's the idea, Stan? So Stan basically tells them, I'm going to give you guys a heel turn. I am going to give, more specifically, I am going to give your brother a heel turn, and we're going to work on a new character together. And I'm going to let you pitch some ideas, Dipper, because this is going to be your storyline. But, come up with something good. Come up with something real good. And Mabel, we're going to keep you as a babyface for... And he pauses for a second. He's like, you know what? Nah, we'll make you both bad. We'll make you both the bad guys. Because we need some more heels. And I want you both to collaborate on this. So you guys come up with a storyline. You guys come back to me. And we'll see what we can do. So Dipper and Mabel kind of brainstorm a few ideas for the next few weeks, and then they finally come up with an idea. They go to Stan, and Stan is like, oh, I can just smell the money coming off of this. Roll with it. So they even get a chance to be in the writer's room and work with them on that. And essentially what it is that they like the storyline they open with. They're in a tag team match with Marco and Star, and they basically have a tag team match with them, and then suddenly it's like it's two teams. It's like tag team and tag team, and they're with Star and Marco, and then they go, they're teamed up against the Blight family, which is Amity, uh, and her siblings. So they're in a match with them, and then they immediately just turn on everybody. Like, they don't just turn on Marco; they attack the Blights too. And then they're just like, Dipper and Mabel go, for too long we have been sidelines. We've been the sidekicks. We have been the ones who take all your boos and your laughs, but no more. There's going to be some changes around here. And they leave. Everyone's like, what? What's going on? And then no one sees them for like 3 weeks. Like, no one has any idea where they are. And they start getting the ring starts getting like videotapes. And these videotapes have like Dipper and Mabel just kind of like making a camp cipher. It is like if you've seen the Bray Wyatt videos, the Firefly Funhouse, where it's them pretending to be like happy campers at a summer camp, but there's always something like distorted and wrong throughout the videos. Like, the two of them just are like, yeah, kids, it's okay to be laughed at, because sometimes one day they'll laugh at you, and they'll just say really unhinged stuff throughout the video, and then it'll cut out with a triangle with an eye in it. And a few weeks go by, everyone's fans are getting more and more excited, and behind the scenes, Dipper and Mabel are like, all right, we got to make this work, and if we're going to be like a wrestling team, we need to get some other people together. So they basically find a few other wrestlers who are also kind of on the fringes as well. First, they find Seuss, who's just been kind of a faux Big Show kind of character, and he's been kind of a jobber for a lot of the other like better wrestlers. And they're like, hey man, you want to come join we're making a new tag team group, you want to come join us as a new character? And he's like, oh dude, that'd be awesome. Next up is they ask Pacifica to join them, and she's just like, again, she's been running the Diva circuit, and she's just kind of now on the fringes. Then they come to the big one, which is Wendy, and Wendy's kind of like the show's Becky Lynch. She's a championship wrestler. She's a great one, and they're like, hey, we know you're kind of like, how would you like a heel turn kind of story and join our group? And then she's like, yeah, and she's already like into Dipper, so she's like, yeah, I could do it as long as you're in it. So they come up with a new storyline with Wendy getting into a wrestling match and losing her belt to Sashi from Penzero Part-Time Hero. So she loses her match to her, and then lights start flickering and going out, and that's when they unveil their new character. Their new characters. Dipper is now Bill Cipher and the Henchmaniacs. So they all come out, there's smoke, there's all this stuff, and like he's holding a lantern, he's like, we're here. Blows it out, everyone's like, whoa, holy crap, what is this? And they cut a promo with Wendy, essentially saying like, hey, you weren't, you want to know why you lost, friend? Because you weren't strong enough. You hold on to the light too much. It's time to embrace a dark side. So what do you say? We got a deal? Wendy shakes Dipper's hand, and boom, we have a completely new wrestling team called, again, Bill Cipher and called the Henchmaniacs. And their whole thing is like kind of like a twisted kind of cult that just enjoys scaring the shit out of people. So that's their big thing, is that they become like the big heel group in the tag team circuit, where they're just kind of terrorizing everyone. And sure enough, like, people are talking about them more, like it's blowing up more, and they've now like hit it. Like, they've now hit their stride. So yeah. Anyway, I know this idea is kind of like out there, but I was like, yeah, why not? And I do like, as much as I'm not a wrestling fan, I do kind of like the idea of implementing like a wrestling universe kind of way. So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Like I said, it was inspired by a lot of like watching Wyatt 6 videos. Anyway, so yeah, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.